This is Joy with Joy the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button and ring the bell. They'll notify you anytime I post new videos. Also, if you find you like the content we provide here at Joy of the World, be sure to give us that big thumbs up, like, and share. Share with your friends, share with your loved ones. Help us get this message of joy to the world out so we can make our world a bolder, brighter, and more beautiful place because you are in it, in your strength, in your magnificence, knowing who you are, your dreams coming true. I look forward to that day. Also, be sure to leave comments down below so I can get to know what's going on the other side of this camera. Hey friends, let's find out what is going on. We have one card so far, and you're very much into the breast, into the nipple, into the balance of the mind. There's a divining of the mind, and okay, there are some of you, check out Gemini. Check out the Gemini read on love, but also check out a handful of them, and maybe the Pisces moon reading that we had going on. There's definitely a note and a leaning towards that, as well as Taurus. Interesting. You'll know which one lights up for you, okay? But we are the whole zodiac, the entire thing, even where our houses have no placements. I have several of those, but they're some of the most pivotal in my chart, and they're the things that help steer us away from indemnity karma, from being indebted, from repeating generational curses, and having short-sightedness and difficulty, okay? So that's just what you're pointing at here. You're almost like the divine hierophant calling this in. You're calling in Chiron, you're calling in Lilith, but you're also calling in the fair. The fair, which the judgment and the two of discs was showing up for you. You're wanting life to be fair to you, to begin to restore favor. And for you, I would say, friend, be fair with yourself. Give yourself a fair shake. A lot of times you put yourself out there and move the energies around you, not the energy, but the people energies around you, and navigate and manipulate them, and not just like manipulate, but more like manipulate, move around, and try and move those energies and get your feels from that. And life's like, let's step into this love surrender for you, because by the way, I forgot to mention that is the theme for the week. There is a theme. It woke up and is talking about surrender to love on the Magic Monday, which check those out. They're not just a Monday read, or the Fantastic Fridays. They're not just a Friday read. It is an extra energy read for the week. So that's for now. That's 2 extra reads for all of y'all collectives for the week. So here, let's check out what is going on in this energy for you, what you're hearkening to. You're talking about love. Love is written on your arm. You're like love and cooperation. So getting into that divinity. Okay. One more. I don't like that card. Apologize. Why is that here and why is that here? You're talking about cascading, stair-stepping. Look at this. This is where you're wanting to start. And part of you, this is often talking about the Trinity, the triad, the divinity of heaven coming down, nourishing, replenishing you, and restoring you, and greening up your tree of life. But what they're saying here is this old dead branch, this relic, this old skull, this old mindset, this old death, this old marriage, this old relationship needs to go. It's a branch. It's debris. Some of you, it's a closet. It's a garage. It's have a yard sale. Have a fun sale. Donate. Give it away. Toss it away. Whatever you got to do. Upcycle, downcycle, recycle, unicycle. I don't even know. Maybe even bicycle. So it's saying get rid of it. It's like an old dead branch. And they're saying get it gone before Christmas, my friend. I don't know why the specifics on that. That's not for me to know. But hey, an incoming the new. Divine prescription. What is chosen for you. It's almost like this is the bullseye. The heart of your reading, which is interesting. It's the harvest. Let me see something for a second. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7. The return of your energy, the return of the energy to your heart. You are not just your passion. This has to do with your perfection. This has to do with your divine perfection. You were born with the quill in your hand, with the ready writer. And for some of you, like the ready writer, you're like, let's get it on, baby. You're a Libra, aren't you? Enough said. Okay, friends. One of my sons is a Libra. One of my friend's daughter is a Libra. She's young. I'm like, you better look out. You know what Libras are on the prowl for, that divine connection, some of that luscious energy. And this is what we have coming in. Cooperation. Cooperation is essential for life. And for you, this is conjugation. Okay, y'all are pushy. Stop being pushy today, Libra. Conjugation, you're like, we want to get together right now. Bringing in the Marvin Gaye. I'm like, okay. But let's get the energies in line, because we don't need you to push, manipulate, to move that energy. You want to invite, to invoke, to awaken, and to cause this synergy, this melding of like, all the energy around you getting on board, letting life infuse this and make a union, right? Because that's something divine everlasting. When we have divine everlasting, we have life, we have love, and we have joy, the pinnacle. Okay? So let's see what is here for us in the credit cards over the 9 of discs. Okay, damned if you do, damned if you don't. They're saying don't push it. Don't push it real good, because you really do desire that divine connection, that relationship, the harmony, the harmonics. You know, getting into the pleasure, the rhythm, that kind of the nuance of flirting, the nuance of ingenue, of mystery, of mystique, that type of thing, flirtiness, playfulness. That's where a lot of the spark and the fire is really coming from. That's where a lot of this eroticism and the stimulation come from for you, Libra. Are y'all trying to awaken Scorpio here? I wasn't expecting this. I walked in blind to this one friend. But you're like loving it. You're like, don't you love it, Joe? We got the 10 of Cups. It's like, let us out of here. There's a whole lot going on under that fantastic skirt, man or woman who is here. It's all about the releasing and the connecting of what life is for. Life begets life. You're talking about life being in the pleasure, it being the pouring out of the blood, of the divine cup, of the old poison. Definitely. It shouldn't have to be hard, nor punishing, nor someone's expectations of you. You should be able to celebrate this spicy sauciness of yourself, being the one, the deliciousness coming in. That's why I'm enjoying it. And I'm here for you, Libra. This is fun. But yeah, opening that portal of love, that portal of life. And you're talking about the moon. So where do we want to get our moon card from? Hold on. Let me see. Where's your moon? Okay. You're asking me to get from the vice versa, which, thank you for your donation. It has afforded me the opportunity to get lots of new decks. Look at this baby. Talk about justice. Talk about balance. Talk about the two and the divine. This is definitely for you, Libra. I see it now. Ooh, ouch. Bang, pop. This is that old nasty stuff. Remember the old dead branch that we're just going to like get it off of there? But this is laser light precision coming on in here. But it's hovering and dancing around you, those old mindsets, the old attractions, the things that would turn you on, the things that stimulate you. You're almost talking about like a chemical reaction, like a biological proclivity. I don't know how else to say it. It's like, this is what we made for, procreation. I'm telling you, a lot of you want to have the entertainment and engagement, but not the baby. I'm just saying, okay? So prepare for that, protect from that. But it's also you getting caught up in some old chemistry. People who like lure you in with lots of hollow promises, just to know a hollow thing emits poison, okay? And while you're falling prey and you're being devoured, we're talking wolf spider energy, black widow energy. We also have poisonous venomous snake type energy. That's not this that's going on over here, even though that is an asp. This is about the winding and the divining of having come to peace with your past, peace with your experience, of the wholeness of mind, so that you don't keep playing yourself into that shadowy dust, okay? The illusion, the deception, the being manipulated and being played. Because if you're moving and pushing and manipulating energy around you, meaning people, right? Let's go do this, let's go do that, and promising this and that. It's also what's going to come back to you, that or the inverse, neither of which you desire, because they're both out of balance. And you were showing me in the cut of the cards that you were seeking balance. You were seeking this harmony of the breast. You were seeking the Two of Pentacles, which the Two of Pentacles in this deck has to do with the power of perfection of time, of the past, the present, and the future, and the now, that you can take hindsight and turn into foresight so that you move forward with fortitude, with success, with reward. Okay, and so now along with the, do you want to do that first? Yeah, we need to get into the Knight of Disc over here, because this came in alongside, well, kind of down. It came in with this Ten of Cups here. This divine love, the doing away with the self-sacrifice, the doing away with the regeneration of self, because that is expensive and costly. It's not a lesson that you have to keep paying for and learning. It's accepting who you are and embracing who you are in your own radiance so that you can shine forth in your glory. Okay? And that puts this old tiger to sleep. It drains it out. And that was in this one, it's showing me like a false mystery. Because, see, it's a bit of being tattered and torn, forlorn. Someone who's dealt with a series of rejections, and it's a spirit of rejection being around you, that this is blocking your tree. Remember? So this is almost like an energetic of this branch, of why the branch keeps showing up, why relationships end like this, and the death, damnation, and over-leveraged determination. Okay, I gotta pause it. My bread is done. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. Hey, Libra, we're back. Thank you for that quick segue to go get my bread. Anyways, so talking about being a slice of something good, that is you. And it's standing in the truth of your value, and no more of this self-damning. No more of this doing yourself in, of that spinning cycle, because you don't even know where the exit door is. Speaking of exit door, let's get a not that many. Okay, friend, let's get a rune on this. Let's get a rune for the exit door. I see you. I see you. Interesting. Stand still. Feeling powerless, gestation, sacrifice, plans on hold, release, deep renewal, and submit. This standstill is almost like, if you just stabilize for a moment, you're showing that you're rocking your ship, that you're keeping it going. It's like the wheel only turns if you keep reacting and responding. So the way is kind of, okay, you're showing me like a chicken. It's like a chicken. You can rock and you can roll, but look, my head's never moving. My head's never moving. You're like, keep your mind still, keep your mind still, keep your mind still. And eventually the boat will get still. And when the boat gets still, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay. We're going to look at it from this side first. We have the Ace of Cups coming in, but it's some booty. You got some lusciousness, some unctuousness going on here. Very strong Sagittarian energy is what it's talking about. The stargazer, the starseer, the one who's both animal and human, divinely connected to the earth, and the charismatic, kinetic energy of the earth, of being able to be self-empowered. And that rises up into the Aquarius element of the plasma, the dream maker, the dream weaver, and you harnessing and bringing those energies together for yourself. Look at your Aquarian placement in your chart. Look at your Sagittarian placement, and maybe take a little peek into what those are, or tune into a reading for those, okay? And begin to listen with an open heart and an open mind to find yourself. Don't accept it all. It's not all you, but open up to see what bells start ringing in your heart. There's usually a bing. That's what I get, like the little service bell at a hotel, the little bing. That's what works for me. But you'll start to see it flow, and then in enters your person. Aren't you crafty? Under the guise of night, you're like, evening time's a good time, any time's a good time, joy. So let's get in some Pimps of Joy Time. If you haven't ever heard them, check them out. They're fun. Okay, so let's take a look at this other side and see how they see you, okay? Now that they're here. Interesting. All this unctuousness, all this magic, all this divine power, all this Buddha-liciousness, the whole big thing, top to bottom, fantastic, fabulous, inside and out. Remember the standstill of not getting swayed, knowing who you are, standing in the center of yourself, all this. But when this person arrives and you allowed me to see them, this is what they're seeing. You're looking away. No eye contact. No connection. You're just like, you can have me from here down, but not from the waist up. That's interesting. You can have my instincts. You can have the animal side of me, my power, the horse, right? Your power, but you can't have my perfection, my connection, my beauty, my divine spirit. And you're like, because you might take from me. But they're seeing you and this overflowing fountain. Look at the abundance here and the massive resurrection. The funny thing is I'm seeing a teacup, a coffee cup in the middle. That why don't you just go on a simple date, a simple meet and greet, this time to sit in something very nonchalant, very open, and have something casual. I get to know somebody, introduce yourself, the getting to learn their name, asking some simple things about them, letting them get to know you, okay? But do make some eye contact here. All right, that will take you a step forward, and that's going to turn on another one of your fountains, and it will give you the manifestation that you've been seeking, the divining of oneself. No longer, when I said in your reading, moving the energies, it wasn't this stuff that we're reading and talking about here. It was you moving other people's energy, playing them, that kind of tug of war, when really allowing your energy to open up and someone to see all of your divine deliciousness, both sides of you, your whole self, but seeing it through your eyes. Share your perspective. Share your true vision. Share your heart, because you and Gemini are two of the signs that really need the communication connection. You need to get together intellectually. That's very important, and that's what we saw here at the beginning, which is why they were talking about some of you check out the Gemini placement, your placement, and also a Gemini read, because this is what is behind the looking aside, you're sidestepping, but you're not. You're moving forward in your power to them to have that sexual connection, but you're not having the divine connection. You're looking aside because of this. You were done in, betrayed, like utterly, completely, and terribly. You were taken for everything you had, and you were left for dead, left for nothing. And it was because of a sexual connection. As you can see, your mind was totally shielded and covered, but it also put you at a disadvantage. In order to protect yourself from anyone knowing you, you're like, that's why you're looking away now. You're like, the helmet's off, Joy. And I'm like, I know. But now you're protecting yourself by not connecting, but you're wanting to connect. And then you're going to go full cycle, and you're going to end up in this same situation, okay? Because that's the thing about the seesaw or the boat rocking, right? You run to the other side, it's going to sink on that side. The seesaw, you're down, you're up, you're down, you're up. You're the cheater or the cheated upon. You're the abuser or the abused. You're the one left out in the cold or the one leaving one out in the cold, okay? That's the energy that we're trying to get away from, is you want to graduate from that. That's about learning your chart, mastering your chart. The eye of God is getting to know thyself. And when you do, this won't be here blotting out your sun, blocking out your sun as a black spot, like you're talking about burning your retina, making a permanent impression. But there's something here. There's still a person here waiting, taking a look. Let me take a second look at them and see what's going on. Okay, so I must tell you, this person isn't the one who did the injuring. This person's a nomad and someone who's arriving on the scene, very much like this person. And now, whether you're a man or woman watching this, this is just a person that we're talking about arriving in. And you're out in this magical but mysterious and desolate area, because this is kind of like your heart energy all around you here. And this person has arrived and you're not even aware of it, because you're still gaping because you were taken, you were had in the last relationship. But there's power of the lion coming on here. This person is meditating and like trying to help resurrect you, because they see you for who you are. They see all your power of magnificence. There's some of it that you're shielding and shading from them, okay? But I do see your hand asking, not completely forward, but asking to connect, asking for the hand up, asking for the connection, okay? Because now the sun is beginning to radiate and overtake, but how do we deal with that blot? that blot. You were infatuated with the previous person. Infatuation is different than love, okay? And the vibration in is the vibration out. Okay, so start with love. So this person here is in tuning and using their life force energy, their self, their solarness, their Leo, their power, their part of fortune to bring you forward, to bring you back to life, to your dry bones. Yeah, you were taken sexually, like devoured, like, and not in a good way, like in almost a cancerous way. It took your own life force until you turned on yourself and you became the force giving and giving and giving out, trying to be worthy or enough, okay? And that's where the decimation occurred, is you no longer trust yourself. That's why you're looking away. But that's that thing, when we hear this and we hear what occurred, we hear the reality, the truth, and what happened, and we realize that steadying and stabilizing ourselves, trusting that love is coming in to give us this hand, to give us this help, that there are people who love and give it their life force. It's no more you spilling your blood for love, right? And having to die and resurrect. That cycle going on, okay? Let me get, okay, it's over here. It's like, joy, get it. This is what we're looking at. We have temperance. This is these two cards. Okay, so I'll show you this again in a second, but memorize, take a little bit care. That is this. How is this going? Okay, so like this. This is like the bookends. So those red wings and the temperance angels, like the blood, the price has already been paid. Remember we talked about that? And this is like, here that was the person, the chemistry, you were looking for those type of things. The infatuation is what we found out here. But that is what robbed and pilfered you and brought you to the utter end and decimation of never being enough, never feeling like you'll be enough. So even when you pick yourself back up and come back to life, you start again in that same vein, that same form of thinking. So this person's come in and they're like revitalizing, and I don't know if y'all can see, but often here are the spirits of two lions coming in. They're very Leo, very solar, using their heart chakra, like perfect that I have the green on today, to bring you back to life. Okay, so you can see here, talk about resurrection spirit, talk about coming back from the dead, talk about should have known better. Yes, that's okay, you know now. Taking your high sight and turning it into foresight is what this temperance is talking about. That's why we're seeing the back of it first. It's talking about go through this gate. And you're like, those are a couple of spindles. That in the Four of Wands. I want the Four of Wands. And like, go through this gate. This is your doorway into that love. This is your restoration. Ooh. I don't know who you are, but there's some warmth stuck in my leg. I feel you here. I feel you here. Okay. Going through this gate is that restoring of the trust of oneself. All right. And then you see life face to face. You begin to see that these aren't mountains. These aren't tests any longer. They're divine power coming forward to you to assist you and to offer you this healing love, to offer you a fresh new start, to bring forth your actual truth, your real truth, not just reality, but for your truth to overtake your reality. Okay. So that your reality becomes so that your truth becomes your reality, no longer your reality becoming your truth, thus that decimation cycle. Okay, look at that. Restoring of peace, restoring of like luscious connection, divine connection. This has an element of magician in here as well. Okay, so bringing you back to life, baby. All right, I want to get you a pearl. We're going to see what's going on with you here. Interesting. You know what? It's not your business what anybody else thinks. Okay, so this is let me know some of you will have kind of an off color or out of the norm relationship. I mean, it's something, but it's not as bothersome to other people's minds as you think it's going to be. It's more in your mind, like you're kind of like, ugh, you know, because Libra has often followed like the higher road, the pristine, the sleek, the elegant, that like you're a rebel on the inside, but kind of playing along to the perfection on the outside. But that thing is let your truth come out. Let the golden shine and leave this old dark shadow, this old cavern here. You can step out from that and go towards your path, towards your way. You don't need to spend 1 second, 1 cent, 1 cell on what anybody else thinks. And so you'll notice it'll all just melt and cascade away, and then you'll be living your fruitful life, your joyful, abounding life. That's what I want for you, Libra, and I'm excited for it. Leave comments down below. Let me know what's going on with you on the other side of this story. Hey, talk soon. Bye.